अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस। इस वक्त हम रशियन सेंटर फॉर साइंस एंड कल्चर अंकारा में जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं कि रशिया की जो फॉरेन पॉलिसी है, जो उनका खासतौर पर जो उनके डिप्लोमेटिक मिशंस होते हैं दूसरे कंट्रीज़ में, उसका ये एक बहुत अहम हिस्सा है रशियन सेंटर फॉर साइंस एंड कल्चर, जो कि पाकिस्तान में भी है, कराची में उनकी एम्बेसी से एफिलिएटेड, यहाँ पर भी है टर्की में, अंकारा के अंदर। अब इनका काम क्या होता है कि रशिया के कल्चर को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। ये रशिया में जो एजुकेशन के मामला हैं, जो रशिया जो दूसरे ममालिक के इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स को स्कॉलरशिप ऑफर करता है, वो सारा कुछ यही सब लोग देखते हैं। यहाँ पे ये इनका मेन कॉरिडोर है, मेन जगह है, सैलून है। यहाँ पे ये फ्लैग्स लगे हुए हैं रशिया के और टर्की के। इसके अलावा आप देख सकते हैं ये डिफरेंट पेंटिंग्स हैं। ये पेंटिंग्स हैं जो रशियन आर्टिस्ट की, रशिया के जो पेंटर्स हैं, जो आर्टिस्ट हैं, उनकी बनाई हुई। इसके अलावा ये भी इसके ऊपर पेंटिंग्स के नाम लिखे हुए हैं, जो कि पूरी तरह से रशिया के कल्चर को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं पूरे इस तुर्की में और इसी तरह पूरे बाहर के मुल्कों में, बैरून ममालिक में। रशिया के डिप्लोमेटिक मिशन का एक अहम तरीन हिस्सा है ये सारे। शायद आपने अपने किसी रशियन मूवी में या किसी ड्रामे में या इसी तरह की कोई सीरीज़ अगर आपने देखी हो तो आपने इस तरह की पेंटिंग्स देखी होंगी, खासतौर पर क्रेमलिन में। इसके अलावा जो इवन जो पुराने रशियन पैलेसेस हैं, आपको इस तरह की वहाँ पर डिज़ाइन, इस तरह के पैटर्न, इस तरह की पेंटिंग्स आपको मालूम होती हैं। तो आप कह लें कि पूरा सेंटर इस तरह से आप महसूस होता है कि शायद इन्होंने पूरे रशियन कल्चर को यहाँ पर एक जगह पे समाया हुआ है। तो अभी हम जाएंगे यहाँ के जो प्रेसिडेंट हैं, जो मेन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है रशियन सेंटर फॉर साइंस एंड कल्चर के अंकारा में, तुर्की में, प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर अलेक्जेंडर स्टोनिचेंको। हम उनसे मुलाकात करेंगे और उनसे भी जानेंगे कि रशिया के बारे में, इस सेंटर के बारे में। तो चलिए आए हमारे साथ। यहाँ पर हम इस वक्त मुलाकात कर रहे हैं यहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर अलेक्जेंडर स्टोनिचेंको के साथ। यहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, रशिया के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं। इनसे हम बात करेंगे, हम इनसे पूछेंगे कि किस तरह से पाकिस्तान और रशिया के रिलेशंस के बारे में कुछ अनट्रेडिशनल क्वेश्चंस करेंगे इनसे। आइए आपसे मिलते हैं। सर, first of all, thank you very much for accepting us here, for giving us this beautiful opportunity to visit this beautiful place. Before going to the questions part, sir, I would like to ask you about a little bit about this place, like the Russian Center for Science and Culture, as our audience already have a little bit of knowledge, because we also have it in our country, in Karachi, the financial capital of Pakistan, and other countries also. So I would like to know about the little bit about Russia and this center and the importance of this center in the Russian diplomacy.
Okay, so we have a system of cultural centers all over the world. We have it in China, in Europe, in Turkey, and many other countries. And I think 81 or 82 all over the world. And in Turkey, we have this center from 2014. Our main mission is to show Russian culture to Turkish population, and also to support Russian citizens who live in Turkey. Many of them, they live here. To support them to learn Russian language, not to forget Russian language, Russian culture, and also to also support them with Russian culture and teach their children Russian language. Many of them, they are married to Turks, and so they speak mostly Turkish language, but their mothers, they like them to know also Russian language, Russian culture, Russian literature, and we try to support them in this case. So we organize lectures, conferences, exhibitions, Russian language schools. Also, we send Turkish citizens to Russia, to the universities. They can take their scholarships to Russian universities. We have this program every year in October. It starts in October, and so usually in December we have meetings with the students, and we make decisions whom to send to Russia. I think that in your country, Russian embassy also have the same program.
Yes.
Also, we try to support things like to translate Russian books into Turkish language and publish it. Mostly not with money, but mostly we try to find good interpreters, good publishing houses, which can publish the books of modern Russian literature, the books on history in Russia, like this.
Okay, sir. So the first question that I would like to ask you is about the general public opinion in the Russian Federation about Pakistan and about that region. For example, I would like to, that question has two parts. For example, when, like for example, in the times of Soviet Union, in the USSR times, how the state and the government, they presented Pakistan, and what were the thoughts, the opinion of the general public about Pakistan at that time. But after the formation of the Russian Federation, after the dissolution of the USSR, how do you see that policy shift of the Russian Federation, of the Kremlin, at the very basic level, like at the primary education level, I would say, because our audience want to know about that.
Okay, very good question. Because during the Soviet Union times, we have very friendly relations with India.
Exactly.
And so Pakistan was shown as the aggressive military state which is supported by our enemies, by the United States, and also then by China, because we had not very good relations with China. And so the image was not very good. People didn't know much about Pakistan, especially it has got even worse during the Afghanistan war in 80s, because always, no, I don't remember because I was too young, but as a specialist in international relations, so I know that Pakistan was blackmailed like in support terrorism, like this. But it was too far from Soviet Union, and so we couldn't influence the situation in Pakistan. Just we could show that the relations were not very good. Then in 90s, the new country, Russia, tried to establish a new relations with all the countries of the world, but mostly with Western countries. So our main idea during 90s was to make good relations, cooperation with Western countries, with European countries mostly, but also with the United States. We thought that they are very close friends of us, and they want us to go to Western way of development and want us to be also the part of the international system of international relations and so on. And we really didn't pay any attention on Pakistan because it was too far, because also we went out from the Central Asia, and our main partners were on the West.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the situation changed. In the beginning of 21st century, Russian authorities, we understood that the world is much bigger than Western countries, that Western countries, also the United States, they are very far from to see Russia as the equal partner of the international relations in security, and so we tried to find new partners. And so first we organized really good relations with China, and also we started to find new partners all over the world, and I think that we found it especially in Far East, in Eurasia, during the establishment of the Shanghai organization. And we see that China, states of Central Asia, and also Pakistan and India, we are members of this Shanghai organization, and it's a good place to talk about the security in Eurasia. It's a very good organization to understand each other, find new partners, not only in the sphere of international relations and security, but also in trade. And I see how the relations between Russia and Pakistan gets better. We really develop our economic ties, and also I know some specialists in Russia. Before we had mostly specialists in India, but now we have specialists also in Pakistan. And I can't say that they organized like a lobbyist group, but they participate on conferences, and they go to Pakistan, and they try to show the situation in our relations. In Pakistan, they try to show Russian position, and also they are in contact with specialists in international relations in Pakistan, and I think it's very good for our countries and our relations.
Okay, so here we'll take a short break and stay with us.